with 50 Plus Beauty, and I'm so glad you could join me today for our 21-day Pilates challenge. I am coming to you from my exercise room, also known as the Gorgeous Room, which I'll show you a little picture of why it's called the Gorgeous Room. Actually, because the Gorgeous thing was on sale at Hobby Lobby for $10, so this became the Gorgeous Room. But anyway, this 21-day Pilates challenge is something that I learned about a year ago. It is with another YouTuber. Her name is Boho Beautiful, and oh my, she is this beautiful blonde girl. I don't know how old she is, maybe 25 to 30, and as the name implies, she's very bohemian. That's the name Boho. She and her boyfriend or husband, I guess, go to all of these tropical locations all around the world. And I think they're vegetarian and vegan and they're very hippie. But the coolest thing is she is excellent at yoga. She's incredible at yoga. She can actually stand on one leg and put the other leg exactly straight up. I've never seen anything like it. And I started with her about a year and a half ago doing her yoga, but then I realized, I only want to do my workouts maybe 20 minutes a day. For me to do a workout, I have to make it into a habit. And actually, I have a little slogan up in my exercise room. Actually, it says, motivation is what gets you started, but habit is what keeps you going. And that is certainly true in my life. For me to do these healthy type things, I have to be able to make them into a habit or it just doesn't happen. So in terms of this workout, this 21-day challenge, I like several things about it. The first is that it's very, very short. It's just 16 and a half minutes. It's so short and so easy that I can do it either, by coming down to the exercise room in the morning, or sometimes I just get my exercise mat when Alan and I are watching TV and I drag it out in front of the TV, and in the first 16 minutes of the show, while he's going through the credits and whatever, I am doing my little workout. So I like that it's short. And then I like that it's fairly easy. Basically, it's a lot of core work. I started out doing yoga with her, but I realized that, maybe if I wanted to do an hour a day, I could see some, results in my body. But unfortunately, I just, in 15 or 20 minutes a day that I was wanting to do yoga, I was not really seeing any difference on my body. And so I switched over to the Pilates, and that has actually made all of the difference. Once I started doing the Pilates, I started with one of these 21-day challenges, and I had a little bit of extra around my waist when I started, but at the end of the 21 days, and I have to admit that during the 21 days I ate very clean and really stayed away from the carbs and that kind of thing, but at the end of the 21 days of doing the Pilates, I had become longer and more stretched out. Pilates just makes your muscles longer and leaner. It's a really, really good look. To me, it's like yoga plus beauty all rolled into one, because yoga feels good and it's very relaxing and it's very spiritual, but the Pilates takes all that stretching to a new level and makes it actually have an impact on the way you look. The link to it is in the description below, and I think you will absolutely love it. It is not that difficult. It is a lot of core work, so it's a lot of being on the floor, on a mat or whatever, or on your carpet, and it's a lot of leg lifts, and it's a lot of V-shaped, tummy work, that kind of thing, ab work. It's really good for your core. Now, the one thing that it really doesn't have, though, is arm work. So what I do is I do the 16 minutes a day of the challenge, and then I add in arms, and I'll show you those right now. These are 8-pound weights, and normally I use 10, but my 10s were black, which is kind of boring. So I decided this would look nicer for you to see it in green. But you can use, 5-pound weights, 3-pound weights, whatever you want to start with. What I do is I just do some easy curls, and I do 12 of these, and I try to do them pretty slowly and controlled, because you really want that bicep to be engaged the whole time. So you do 12 of those, and then you turn around and kind of bend over a little bit, and make sure to, bend your knees or you're going to hurt your back, so be careful. And also, don't do this unless you have a doctor's permission. That's so silly to have to say that, but you got to kind of be careful. But anyway, you bend forward, kind of straighten your back, and then you're getting the triceps. So ladies, we don't want to be double waving, which is definitely what tends to happen once we get past 50. And I'm probably going a little faster than I should. It's like 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, etc. And then I really like these the best. I think it's the trapezius muscle I'm working. I'm not totally sure about that, but I'll look that up. I think that would be a good thing to know before I'm trying to instruct you guys. But basically you do this kind of, 12 times. And I will tell you the breathing. Anytime you exert on weights, you're breathing out. So it's like this. That reminds me of pregnancy breathing. Gosh, it feels good to be doing this. And actually, even on these, it would be the same thing. And then these. If we don't work at our arms, we are not going to want to be sleeveless. And here in Kansas, you almost don't have a choice in the summer. We have scorchingly hot summers. We have about 2 weeks of spring and 2 weeks of fall, and then we have scorch. So during the scorch, you've really got to go sleeveless. So the best way to do that is to just do a few arm exercises every day. And again, kind of like that quote said, motivation is one thing, but it's habit, to make these things a habit. Another thing that's important too is to put those little dumbbells in a place where you practically have to trip over them. I keep them actually in my closet, so every morning, I see those when I'm going in to get dressed. I do my workout, my little Pilates workout in another part of the house, but then I come in and I see those barbells and I just pick them up and I just do that very quickly. Oh, I'm out of breath. As ladies, we are in the second half. Whew, I'm winded, that's terrible. We're in the second half, and in our first half, we all learned that it's important to take care of ourselves. To take care of ourselves in terms of what we eat, to eat as clean and unprocessed as we can, and to take care of our bodies in terms of exercise. Also, in addition to the physical benefits of exercise, there's a real emotional boost that comes, even from that little 16-minute Pilates workout. You can tell by the fact that I'm so winded. The endorphins are rushing in, the serotonin is rushing in, I'm feeling better, and that's a wonderful way to start your day. And sometimes I think that's the best way to do exercise, is to just get up maybe 15 minutes earlier, get that out of the way first thing in the morning. It makes you feel great. Do your exercise, hop in the shower, and you're ready for the day. Thank you so much for being here with me today to share a little bit about the Pilates Challenge. If you'd like to do the challenge with me, feel free to leave me a comment. That way I'll know you're doing it right along with me. I'm really excited about this, not only to share it with you, but since I started my YouTube channel a month ago, I've had very little time for exercise, and that is crazy. 15 minutes is nothing. So this challenge is going to get me back in to doing all the good workouts that I used to do on a daily basis. I am so glad that you've been here with me. I hope that you will subscribe if you haven't, because I've got a lot of really great videos coming. Also, if you could give me a thumbs up, that's not a bad thing either. I hope that in this day, you make the absolute best of this day. Because ladies, our days are numbered, and being in the grown-up years, we have an appreciation for that. But it's important for us to be in each day, to really be there and enjoy everything that each day has in store for us. Thanks so much. Look forward to seeing you next time.